Hey there. We know that we're going through some crazy times right now, and hope everybody's doing okay with all of the changes, with kids home and everything. We have been getting a lot of questions regarding interest rates, as well as people who want to get a mortgage or refinance. Is that still a possibility right now? And so I wanted Rob to kind of address some of those today to kind of put people at ease and let them know what we're doing at Michigan Mortgage to make sure that we're taking care of you no matter what happens.
So, yeah, I'm getting lots and lots of phone calls and emails and texts about interest rates and the Fed dropping the rate. And so what the heck is going on? And it is certainly crazy times right now. So most of you have heard or know that yesterday the Fed lowered the Fed interest rate. So what that means is that they lowered the rate that banks borrow from each other. It's called the Fed rate. So that has an indirect effect on mortgage interest rates, but not a direct effect. So those will directly affect things like equity lines of credit, car loans, credit cards, things like that. But they don't necessarily directly affect the mortgage interest rates. So what a lot of people don't realize is last week, interest rates, amid the chaos in the stock market, interest rates took a major hit. So interest rates went up over 1% last week. So, and it was very contrary to what people kind of thought was going to happen, because if you remember, the Fed did the first emergency rate cut by 50 basis points about 10 days ago. And so there was this thought that interest rates would go low. And in fact, they did go low for a little bit, but then they drastically went up. There's a number of different reasons for that. I will be sending out an email that is specific about like some of those reasons, but it has to do with liquidity and cash reserves, some of the rules that Frank Dodd had in place that have now been lifted. So the Fed interest rate cut yesterday really did help mortgage interest rates today a little bit, but not to the levels that we saw before, and also not to the levels that we think they're going to be.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
Should
people, so I would think, okay, what do I do now? I'm either going to refinance, or I'm currently waiting to lock a mortgage, but I'm not sure what to do.
Right,
and people, right. I guess my question would be, are they low right now, or do I wait a week, or what do I do just
Great
so
questions.
I'm covered? Like, what do we do?
Yeah, so what we're encouraging people to do is to definitely get your application in, because we do expect them to go lower than they are now, and probably go lower than they were even 10 days ago. So we were seeing interest rates on 30 years in the low 3s, and we were seeing interest rates in the mid to high 2s, not only 10 days ago. Well, we're not there right now, but we think we're going to be there. So what I encourage people to do is get their application and their documentation in, because the shorter time frame that you lock your loan, the shorter time frame from there to the closing date, the better rate that you can get. So if you have the agility and can move quickly, you definitely want to do that.
Okay.
So get your application in. Now, we are practicing some of the social distancing stuff. So
we're married, so we're not 6 feet apart.
Right. But we are trying to be respectful and trying to follow the CDC and the governor of Michigan and everything else. So what we're trying to do, and we are totally set up to do this, especially with our app. If you don't have our app, it's a great, easy way and convenient way for people to make application, submit all their documentation. We can do everything electronically. And so it's a great way to do it, even if we didn't have the social distancing.
Well, you can do everything through that app. So no matter what, whether you can come out or are comfortable coming out, you don't have to. But if you need advice, we're still advising people, but literally you can do the process with this app. So if your realtor isn't familiar with the app, or you're not familiar with the app and you're not sure what your lender has or what's happening, reach out to us at Michigan Mortgage, 231-799-2606. You can also go to mishmortgage.com, because we're all systems go. We've got this covered whether we see you or not. Of course, we want to advise and educate, but we can do that over the phone. We can do FaceTime, whatever it takes. We're just making sure that our clients feel really good and secure with what's going on.
Yep, I do want to mention we are still open, so it's not like our doors are closed. again, we're trying to accommodate people and make sure everybody's safe as we can.
Right.
So if you have to bring in documentations, you certainly can do that, but we definitely encourage you to take advantage of the app that we have. So hopefully that helps you guys. We'll be giving you updates as we know more. These are crazy times and trying times for everyone. Be patient, because everything that I'm seeing, that interest rates will go down and they will stay down for a while. Unfortunately, we're probably going into a recession faster than was anticipated, but that's the deal. I mean, when we go into a recession, interest rates will stay low. So the good thing for you and your mortgage is that you're going to get these low rates. Just be patient and let it happen.
And we're following the volatility and watching things very, very closely, a million times a day, so that you guys can feel confident and secure. So.
Hope that helps, guys. Let us know if you
Yeah,
have
be
any
well.
questions.
Take care.